Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and it's Liverpool against Real Madrid in the Champions League. What a game. What a game. What an opportunity for Liverpool as well. Imagine they beat Real Madrid tonight and Man City on Sunday. What a statement that is. The champions of England, the champions of Europe, downed at Anfield. Can they do it? Realistically, I think they probably can. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic and I'm really looking forward to it. So we're also going to be keeping an eye on the Villa game as well. I'm multi-streaming here. I've got Liverpool, Real Madrid there. I've got a small Villa, Juventus there as well. So I'm ready to go. I mean, I was even tempted to put another one on the screen as well. I still might. So I'm loving this multi-screen bridge. Excited, ready to go. I hope you're all doing very well. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe and get involved with the channel. Talking about getting involved with the channel, I just want to give a big shout out to True Classic. Really excited to be working with them on That's Football. If you don't know what it's all about, I mean, look, it's actually freezing cold at the moment in the UK, so I'm not going to be wearing it per se, although I have got it on underneath, actually. I tell a lie. Underneath my shirt, you'll see my True Classic t-shirt. So True Classic, let me set the scene. You know these t-shirts that either feel a little bit baggy or are so tight you can't breathe? Well, True Classic has nailed the perfect middle ground. Their t-shirts fit just right, snug across the shoulders and the chest with a bit of room around the waist. Honestly, they've made it easy to feel comfortable without looking sloppy, whether I'm out or just lounging around or wearing it underneath a jumper and a shirt. But it's not just t-shirts. True Classic has the whole range sorted. We're talking polos, jeans, hoodies, sweatshirts, activewear, joggers, shorts, pants, and even accessories like underwear, socks, and hats. So you can kit out your entire wardrobe in one go. And with the holidays coming up, they've got some serious saving on bundles as well. So you could get presents, etc., or get it for yourself, making it the perfect time to stock up or grab a few gifts. So check out our exclusive link in the video description to save while you're at it. That's trueclassic.com/classicbridge. Trust me, these are the types of clothes you'll reach for again and again. Just solid comfort style across the board. And what I want to say is, because obviously that's how they come in a t-shirt like that. These are just a massive staple for me. They're absolutely fantastic. We all, as men, we all wear them, and probably women as well. T-shirts. I like to have a base layer when it's cold. They're brilliant for that. I actually wear, you know, if it's not too cold, I'll wear it with pajama bottoms at night. Or if if it's a bit warm, it's nice just to wear it around the house or underneath a shirt. So men all know what I'm on about. Women, I don't know because I've never been one. But check them out. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy that I've been sent about 6. And literally, I'll be wearing them all the time. They're fantastic. Thank you very much to trueclassic.com. Check it out through the link in the description or scan the QR code. Right, let's get on with the game, so to speak. And we have got the team news coming in for you as well. The players are currently lining up, ready to go for an 8 o'clock kickoff. Liverpool lining up with Keller hitting goal, Bradley, Konate. When's Alisson back, by the way? Let me know in the chat. Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Jones, Gravenberch and McAllister. Salah, Nunes and Diaz. Their bench has Trent on it. Harvey Elliott, Davies, Endo, Gakpo, Gomez, Morton, Kwanzaa, Szoboszlai. I mean, what's going on with Szoboszlai, by the way? That's a question for Liverpool fans. What's going on with Szoboszlai? Because he's just not in your best team at the moment, is he? Real Madrid do not have Vinicius Jr. They've got Courtois, Valverde, Raul, Rudiger, Mendy, Modric, Camavinga, Bellingham, Gallere, Diaz, Mbappe. There is no place for Endrick. Some people might have thought he was going to play. I'm just trying to think. I always forget the name. Why do I forget it? Rodrigo? No, is it? What's his name? The other winger. It's not Rodrigo, is it? Is it Rodrigo? Oh, yeah. No, Rodrigo. That's it. Where's he? Where is he? So no Vinicius Jr. and no Rodrigo. So there you go. Injuries as well. So look, I think Liverpool have got a chance here tonight. Good atmosphere, 2 big games. I think they've got a really good chance. Thanks for the super chats that have come in. Mark, Ricky Gervais, Roy Keane collab on the overlap, mate. I'm so jealous. this is what we're up against. We're just mere mortals. I think what we've built here is amazing, but we don't have the budgets or the pull of what they've got. I mean, I'm jealous. I'm very, very jealous. I love Ricky Gervais, but you know, you can't compete with that. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Alex says, new setup starting to look great. Big game tomorrow, says Alex. Thank you. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Make sure you get involved with that. Valverde is a class right back. I think Liverpool are going to win this. That's my honest opinion. I think that they're going to win this. Leon says, what are your thoughts on Pep's head? Well, I did a video on it today. A lot of people have left their comments on it. Even Liverpool fans were like quite encouraging about the video we did as well. So appreciate that. Check it out on the homepage. And Amir's gone with a draw. Right, let me get ready for the start of this so I can click the timer for you. Liverpool might quit before the match starts because they have Mbappe. Yeah, because Mbappe's literally the best player in the world at the moment, isn't he? I mean, I like Mbappe, but I don't think he's been performing that well. Right, we're about ready to go here. Let me just sink in with you as soon as he does it. Okay, there we go. I have got the Villa game as well. Let me just get that up on the screen. They haven't kicked off at Villa yet. Seem to be a bit behind. Oh no, they have. It was just it was paused. Oh no, they haven't kicked off at Villa yet. No, not kicked off at Villa. Villa Juventus. I'll keep you updated with what's going on with that one, but they haven't actually started yet. Oh no, they have. I think they've just kicked off. Ruud to Leicester, here we go. No, I don't think that was that's not a surprise. And Ruud van Nistelrooy's done better out of that, you know, because I thought he was going to go to Coventry, but Leicester's a better job than Coventry, so he's done well out of that. Owen says, I expect a better Mbappe at left wing and Valverde has been class at right back. Liverpool should be favourites, but Madrid have too much quality to be counted out. Well, I'm looking forward to watching Bellingham, without a shadow of a doubt. I know we're not doing a Villa watch-along, but I do have the game on, so I will keep you updated with what's going on in that game as soon as goals go in, etc. Villa, Martinez, Cash, Carlos, Torres, Digne, Kamara, Rodgers and Tielemans, and Bailey, McGinn and Watkins. They've obviously not been doing particularly well lately. De Gregorio, Cambiaso, Kalulu, Gatti, Savano, Thuram, Locatelli, Yildiz, Coop Miners, Conceição and Weah for Juventus. I mean, this is going to make you laugh, right? Both Real Madrid and Liverpool and Aston Villa have got in excess of 9 subs. In fact, Villa have named 11. Juventus have got 6 subs. They've hardly brought any. Ruud to Leicester. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Well done. If anyone's got an early either or, let us know. So that'll be interesting when we go to Leicester and play against Ruud van Nistelrooy. But obviously we've just played them, so we're going to be a while with that. Mount Rushmore of Premier League stadiums, says Matthew. Old Trafford, St James's Park, Anfield, Goodison Park, for me. I like Villa Park, but I just think those 4 grounds are the ones for me. Villa Park would be a close one. I don't think I've missed anybody else out that I'd go, oh, I've missed that out. Funnily enough, none of the modern stadiums are there, are they? The Etihad, Emirates, or the Tottenham Stadium. It's all Real Madrid at the moment. Good interception by Liverpool, though. Nunes. Oh, lovely turn of pace by Nunes. Gets it out to Salah. Into Nunes. This could be a chance. Good save. Did it go in? No, didn't go in. Good chance. Nearly went in. I think Nunes gets the shot. Courtois gets something on it. And it's cleared off the line. No, it nearly goes in as an OG. Oh, it doesn't go over the line, look. Look at the white bit. It's not over the line. Incredible. Incredible. Very lucky for Madrid, says Savage. It would have been an own goal. Good play. Give us your Mount Rushmores of Premier League stadiums. I'm going to start off with an either or tonight because it's my show. So I'm going to go either or. Bellingham or Saka, if you had to take one. If you had to take one for your club, would you take Bellingham or Saka? There we go. Oh, you know, last night we were talking about, like, you've got to start watching your Christmas shows early, and somebody said Only Fools and Horses, which I love. Went to bed last night and actually put on one of the Christmas specials, Fatal Extraction, which is one of my favourite ones. I fell asleep watching it. Very good. Howdy, Mark. Eyes on Salah tonight, says Rub. Well, this is the good side of Salah, look. This is the thing about Salah and Saka that makes them the great players they are. Because goal line technology, look, GDS, there you go. Lovely stuff. I've got that ball right up at the top. Lovely ball it is. I'll have to get it. It's a lovely ball. I love my balls, but the Champions League ball this year, this is a proper one. Proper, you know, none of the cheap ones. This is a proper one. And I can't wait till the end of the season so I can go and kick this in the garden, because that's what I do with the older ones. It's a lovely ball. It makes you just want to smash the shit out of it in the top corner. But lovely ball this year, Champions League. But yeah. Going back to what I was saying there, the Sakas and the Salahs, yes, they've got goals in them, but it's when to pass and when to shoot. And that pass from Salah there was just fantastic. The way he didn't hold, you know, I look at sometimes with Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford, they get the ball in them positions, and because there's a bit of space, they'll carry it into the space, and then the striker's offside. Salah there gets it from Nunes. There's no I'm Mo Salah. Let's run with it a little bit. It's get the ball, play the ball, and that's what makes a top player. I think some players get the ball and they feel they've got to dribble with it or they've got to do something with it. And then a Salah or a Saka gets the ball, and if they keep it for half a second, they keep it for half a second. If they keep it for 3 seconds, they keep it for 3 seconds because it's the right thing to do. They are it's football IQ, Tris Fitz, exactly. Bellingham's got 65% of the vote compared to Saka. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, you're all very welcome. Some exciting stuff coming up on That's Football, actually, over the next few weeks before Christmas. So make sure you do subscribe. We're only 100 subscribers away from 274,000. Get involved. We've had some fantastic stuff going on this last few weeks. Remember, we were live at Charlton not long ago. Here's Real Madrid. No, he should have took the shot. It's gone for a goal kick. Yeah, we were live at the Charlton ground a few weeks ago for a live watch-along. We had live game footage on Saturday of Salzburg's game. So lots going on. Get involved. Thank you very much for the super chats. My microphone's way too high. Pull it down a little bit. Good career mode this afternoon. Anyone who tuned in, if you're one of those goats, let us know in the chat. Liverpool on the attack here. I've lost the Villa game again. I need to just keep doing that. Injury either Shaw or Chilwell, says Matthew. Oh, come on, Matthew, that's rubbish. I don't know. Who's more injury prone, Shaw or Chilwell? Thanks, Greg, for your support. Oliver Jones says, is Bellingham even having a good season? I don't know who's more injury prone than Chilwell or Shaw. Probably Shaw. But then again, Ben Chilwell's younger, I think. How old's Ben Chilwell? Old Trafford is the highest percentage away tickets sold. Every fan always praises it who goes there. The most iconic stadium in the world, says Red Army. Well, I disagree. I think it's the most iconic stadium in the world, but I know, it's definitely... It's a shame what the Glazers have done to it. It's not... It's in need of repair, definitely. Thomas says, Pedro Porro was coached by Amorim in Sporting before coming to Spurs. Do you think he's on the list? No. No, it costs too much money. It costs way too much money. So, good start for Liverpool. But you can't write off Real Madrid. Ever. Just in relation, look, what are we on? Are we on game 5 or 6? I think we're on game 5, aren't we? So, as things stand, Liverpool are top of the Premier League, but they're also top of the Champions League with 13 points. Real Madrid are all the way down in 20th with 7 at the moment. You need to be in the top 8 to avoid a qualifier. That's only 3 points for Real Madrid, but this... I was looking at Real Madrid's fixtures that they've got left. They got Girona away. No, that's Champions League. Got Atalanta away next, which is not going to be easy because I think they're a decent team. And they finish off with Brest and Salzburg. So they'll probably win their last 2, but if they don't get a win against Atalanta or Liverpool, they're probably not going to get top 8. Liverpool players just gone down in the box here. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Nah, nothing in that for me. Nothing in that for me. Bit of pushing and shoving between Nunes and the Real Madrid defender. He shoves him to the ground. I think Nunes has gone shoving his face. For me, that's 50-50. There. I'm loving the purple lights, Mark, says Steve at the fair. Thank you very much, mate. If this ends up being a penalty, I think even Liverpool fans would say that's ridiculous. Penalty for me, says MLFC. I think it looked like they were both as bad as each other. 50-50. Play on. Handbags, says Lesnide. This season, Saka is clear of that PR merchant, says Turtle. He's booked them both, referee. Fair play. Mbumo or Matoma, says Matthew. You know what? I'm going to do that because I like that, Matthew. You've redeemed yourself. Bellingham beat Saka by 66%. Is that a bit hype? Is Bellingham better than Saka? I mean, can I be in the minority here for once and say I go Saka over Bellingham at the moment? I don't think Bellingham's playing as well as he can do, and I don't think he had a particularly good Euros. On pure consistency, I think I'd go Saka. But, yeah. I like Bellingham, but I genuinely think there's a good case to go with Saka. And Mbumo Matoma is what we do on this channel. We're not all about the headlines. We watch our football and we love it. Here comes Bellingham. He's going to shut me up now, is he? No. He's had to go backwards to go forward, but he's done well there. Gliding with the ball. Still 0-0 between Villa and Juventus. Villa have got a corner here at the moment. I like Mitoma. Obviously, he missed a lot of last season with injury, but what Mbumo's done at Brentford is incredible. Nothing doing with the corner for Villa. Good game this, though, Liverpool-Real Madrid. Not just because it's Liverpool-Real Madrid, but they're actually... It's not a dull game. There's a good tempo to it. And they're both having a go. Chunk says that they're booing Bellingham because he turned them down. There was a time where I was convinced he was going to Liverpool. Reed Van Nistelrooy is going to Leicester. Yes, Gappy. Thank you very much. Nunes for the Oscars. Says 58 go. I've got a question here from Nick P. Thanks for your super chat, Nick. I appreciate those. Says, what do you think of Slot? I bet he must get annoyed at people saying he hasn't had to do too much to the team, or maybe he can't believe his luck. I've spoken about Slot quite a lot, and I'll give you my honest interpretation of Slot, right? In a very quick way, because Modric is about to take a corner. So let's see what happens with the corner first. Headed away. My thought process on Slot is this. He has inherited an amazing amount of foundation groundwork from Klopp. There is no doubt about that. But did Jurgen Klopp win the league last year? No. So are we going to say that if Jurgen Klopp had stayed, they'd be top of the Champions League and top of the Premier League by so many points? And I don't think there's any guarantee that that would be the case. I think they'd be doing well, but I don't think they'd necessarily be where they are. And if they were doing better, my God. So I think that Slot deserves a lot of credit, because where Liverpool are at the moment, whether he's inherited it from Klopp or not, there's no guarantee that Klopp would be doing this well. I actually think, I was saying this to somebody the other day, Slot could win the league this year, and next season will be his hardest season he's ever had. I actually think his job could get harder because of some of the players that they might lose. When he actually has to replace some of these players, his job could get harder. But that doesn't demean what he has done as a player. Gravenberch is going to get booked for a foul on Mbappe. Curtis Jones says, keep your head. That's what you do need to do. Keep your head. I've played the game. Huber's not happy with the referee. Well, we've had 16 minutes here, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's got a good... there's not too much respect going on. Like, there's a few tasty tackles going in. Mike JBA says, silly yellow card there for Gravenberch. Keep your gob shut. It was for dissent. You're right. Game needs a goal. Doesn't really matter who scores first, because Real Madrid aren't the sort of team who sit back away from home anyway. But it'd be nice to get a goal in this. Really open it up. Shave says, Liverpool have had a glow up with Slot, but when you are already a good team like Liverpool, the glow up takes you to top tier level. Mbumo has beaten Mitoma 52% to 48%. We're getting some good polls in tonight. Would love an Mbumo or a Cunha at Arsenal, says Tanishk. I'd definitely take Cunha at United. Jace says, Juventus is one of those teams I wish would rediscover their form. Sad to see them so low now. They've always been my Italian team, Juventus. Growing up, I loved them and Sampdoria. And I only liked Sampdoria because they had Vialli and Mancini and Lombardo. But Juventus had so many good players. Vialli went there as well. But they're a funny team, Juventus. They are the Man United of... they were the Man United of Serie A when I was growing up. But I don't, obviously they've had a lot of controversy, and they're sixth in the league at the moment. They're only 4 points off the top. It's very tight at the top of the Italian league at the moment. Real Madrid Cross to the back post. No one's there. Nobody's... Is anybody there? No. Here's Salah. That's a lovely ball by Salah into Nunes. Half the pitch, but good defending. And I tell you what, that's going to be a really good battle at the back. They're both on a yellow card as well. Got to be very careful about that. Both Nunes. And Raul Asensio for Real Madrid. But what price one of them or both of them get sent off? Probably quite good. Only 21 years of age, you know. Looks a player. I haven't seen a lot of him, to be honest. But he looks a good player. What's your thoughts on him? Another young player coming through at Real Madrid for the future. I got the poison. I got the remedy. Sorry, I've just lost me live chat for a moment. Rude to Leicester, here we go, says Fennick. Mate, you are now Slow Sports News. As your pigeon just told you that. Hi, Mark. Just curious, with City struggling, do you still think Arsenal are out the title race? Yes, Kieran, I do. I would like Arsenal to win the league over Liverpool or Man City, but I think they're out of the title race. I think it's going to be too much for them this year. But... doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be true. Real Madrid on the attack here. Manchester United says, do you ever think about how many people watch your watchdogs? I think you mean watchalongs. E.g. 50,000 can fill most Premier League grounds. Do you ever think about it properly? Free kick to Real Madrid here. Foul by Nunes on Camavinga. Already on a yellow card. What did I say a couple of minutes ago? I think he's got one more soft foul in him. He'll be gone. Any plans for more live shows next year, says Daniel? Yeah, well, we're definitely going to do a 10-year show because it's 10 years of the United stand, and hopefully it'll be hitting 2 million soon as well. So double reason to do it. Doesn't feel that long ago since we did 1 million. I can't remember what year. There's a quiz question for you. When did the United stand hit 1 million subscribers? I think it was like... I can't remember, 2020 maybe, 2019. Free kick over the bar there from Real Madrid. Yeah, I agree with Farouk. I do not want to see a Real Madrid or a Liverpool player sent off. I'm one of those fans that hates sending offs. I think it ruins a game of football, if I'm being completely honest. I know some people disagree on that, but I don't. Still 0-0 between Villa and Juventus, by the way. Adogi or Calafiori, says Fabrizio. Well, I'll whack one in because it's always nice to have a poll on the go. Udogi or Calafiori. I've got another one as well from the two same clubs. Here's Diaz down the left-hand side into Robertson. Tries to whip a cross in, but they pick it up. Yeah, what's happened with Szoboszlai then? Any Liverpool fans? Nunes, what a save by the keeper. Oh, it should have been 1-0 to Liverpool. It should have been 1-0 to Liverpool. It was bouncing in and around the box. It bounced to Nunes 6 yards out. It's one of them ones where it's bouncing. The keeper's running out. Nunes is running towards it. It's brave and good goalkeeping. I don't know whether it counts as a bad miss by Nunes. I'd need to see it again, but I actually think it's just... a good save. Here it is. It's bouncing in and around. It drops to Nunes. And maybe he should be going low. This will be the angle. Yeah, I think he needs to try and get his... He needs to go low with that one. I think a more composed striker probably finishes it, is what I'm trying to say. I like Nunes, but I don't think composure is necessarily his thing. As well, it's not, is it? I think that's the thing we're always trying to defend him on. Good start to the game, though. Enjoying it. $27, $28. Tell you what, I'm just looking at, just watching myself on YouTube there. We are literally, you know, sometimes I did a watch along at the weekend and there was quite a considerable delay. I'm literally doing that. Like, technology is unbelievable. I was just checking what's on my streaming service and what's on YouTube, and we're literally about a second. And I've done it before on YouTube, and sometimes you're like 20 seconds. So I'm literally a second off you. It's incredible, isn't it? Rude's got the Leicester job. Oh, God. Really? Oh, my God. I can't speak. It's amazing. I suppose it depends where you are, actually. You might be getting delays. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think that's why we've always had the timer, so you can sync in. Doesn't necessarily mean you're getting the same as well. I know when I watch Amazon Prime Premier League next week, Man United Arsenal, there'll be somebody in bloody Swindon who's 10 seconds ahead of my Amazon. It annoys me. I was having this chat the other day, actually. Like, streaming's the way forward, isn't it? Apple TV, Disney, Netflix. Amazing. They are amazing. They're bloody expensive, but they are amazing. But when it comes to live sports, you're better off having a satellite dish or a cable. It's still quick, innit? United Stand got 1 million in March 2021. That means it took us 6 years to get to 1 million and 4 to get to 2. Maths bridge. Do you think young players being used more and more as starting players so early in their career can make their careers slow down at 26, 27, says Zed? Not necessarily. I mean, Ronaldo and Messi played intense football from teenagers to now, didn't they? So it can happen. Constantine says Valverde is good, isn't he? Still 0-0 between Villa. This game needs a goal. Definitely does. Here's Camavinga on the break, but Liverpool, both teams have been very good at when the break appears, getting the ball back quickly. Very good. Very equal game. Somebody said at the start it's going to be a draw. Here's Mbappe on the wing. Cuts inside. Switches the ball. Nice play. Plenty of Liverpool players back, though. I mean, that's something I would say that you don't see at United. I was saying about Arsenal last night and the amount of players that actually played well. It's very rare that United, you get 4 or 5 players playing well. Arsenal had about 10 players playing well last night. It's also very rare watching Liverpool there, considering they were on the attack a few seconds ago. How many players are back? There's like 8 players back in the box. You don't see that at United either. Corner to Real Madrid. I always find that really weird as well, because when I were a lad, or when I used to play football, I just wanted to win, and I'm sure there's many of you the same. I never understand the player that can't be asked to run. It's just a mentality thing. I always wanted to run. You know, when you used to play down the local park, or you'd have a goalkeeper in, like Wembley or World Cup. Goalkeeper's in goal, 5 of your mates, he boots it out, and you're basically an individual team trying to score goals. And sometimes the ball would go out, like near the corner flag, and the goalkeeper was lazy and just go, play on. And you'd have to run and get the ball. I'd always sprint to get it. You know, get the ball, let's get playing. I just don't understand the players that don't want to run. I'd always track back, always sprint to get forward. I mean, as I got older, I must admit I couldn't do it on pure fitness, but when you've got your fitness like they have, I don't understand it. Please do a Højlund versus Nunes poll, says Tabish. Well, I will do it. Adogi has beaten Calafiori, by the way, 53% to 47%. I will do it, but I think it's an unfair poll, because Nunes gets service and Rasmus doesn't. So I think this is just going to be about who you like better. Put them on performance salaries, they will sprint then, says Parker. Right, free kick for Liverpool, chance to whip a cross in. Don't forget to get your True Classic t-shirts, links in the video description, scan the QR code. I'm loving mine, underlayer, until it gets warmer. I actually like a t-shirt and a pair of tracksuit bottoms when I'm in the house. Good cross, but Courtois is there to punch it away. And now it's Real Madrid, bit of a break, 3v3, into Mbappe, pure pace. Good tackle by Bradley. Very good tackle by Bradley there. Mbappe got past one, but he didn't get past two. The heir to Trent's throne, maybe? Trent might be wearing white next year. Timed it really well as well. I mean, there's not many players quicker than Mbappe, so you've got to time that very well, and he did. Look at Celtic, crazy own goal, says Chev. And we need a cooking with Goldbridge in the new kitchen, says Parker. I will do a couple of specials for Christmas, just for Christmas. Maybe I'll do it like live on Christmas Day morning off my phone or something. I'll do a couple of those. Now that I've got my new cooker. Induction cooker. I love it. No gas. Nice ball. Oh, well. It was nearly 1-0. Darwin Nunes, back post header across the face of the goal. Courtois can't get on it. You think a Liverpool player is going to tap it in. He can't. And it actually goes just what? I think it's a corner. I think it's a great save. I reckon he gets a hand on that. I think that's a great save. I just don't think the referee's given the corner. I don't think... Nunes should know that's a corner. Oh, what a tackle by Bradley that is. Ooh. Gave a goal kick. It was actually a brilliant save. I'll tell you what, that tackle by Bradley, you're going to have goosebumps for a week if you do that. Tackling one of the best players in the world like that. It's a proper have it tackle. In the class of 99 Christmas jumper, true to size, says ML. I'm a medium, and I'd say I could get away with a large. So it's a fit, but you know, like some fits are, it's like a perfect fit. Like, yeah, I think if you're a medium, you get away with a large, and I think if you're a large, you get away with an extra large. Proper tackle that, says Jamie. That's what she said. Who's going to be United's top scorer this season, says Tom. I'd go Rasmus. Yeah, I'll go Rasmus. But it's hard to predict. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Good games going on here. Good games, good games. My radiator's not on. I'm getting a bit chilly here. Gravenberg is so good, says Danny. He's had a very good season this year. I'll tell you what, I'm loving this game. I know it's 0-0, but the tempo of it's really good. And Real Madrid keep threatening to get on the break. And it's a good game. 0-0 between Villa and Juventus, mate. I've got it on the TV, so anything happens, I'll let you know. Anfield's rocking, says Danzy. What's your thoughts on Bayern versus PSG? I don't think it's the game it maybe was, to be honest. I know it was last night, wasn't it? And I thought, it's just not really the game it was. They're not... It's Wilco says, I love the content, makes me genuinely happy. Well, I love this channel, actually. I love this community. Only not even 2 weeks out from that charity stream we did. We're up to, I think we're nearly at 43k on that now, which is just fantastic. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? No, when is it, Caitlin? Is it today? I'm always intrigued by it. If it's whenever it is, Happy Thanksgiving. I'm always I'm always intrigued by it. Apple or rhubarb crumble, says Char. I do like rhubarb crumble, but I'd have to say apple better. It's tomorrow. Oh, is it like it happens on a certain date? Because it'd be better if they put it on a Friday, wouldn't it? So what do? You get tomorrow off. And what do you do for it? It's bigger than Christmas, isn't it? Thanksgiving. You get Thursday and Friday off, says Capone. It's the last Thursday of every November. Oh, fourth Thursday of every November. Oh, that's quite good then. So it's not a set date. Do you get the day off for the 4th of July as well? John says, can we have a look at the sweater? Yeah. Amarim is coming to town. Apple or Android? I've never had an Android. We need, Gems is right, we need a Thanksgiving in the UK just to get another day off. We don't get enough days off in the UK. Here's Diaz into the box, back to Robertson. Cross is good, good defending by Rudiger. Both teams defending really well. I think that's worth noting in this game. Rodrigo, Militao and Vinicius Jr. all injured. Umar with the update. We knew about Vinny J coming into the game anyway. But... yeah. Kenny says Thanksgiving's got nothing to do with God, whoever said that. Do you get sport on Thanksgiving or do they get the day off as well? Because on Christmas Day, there's like NFL, isn't there? And they have they actually have sport on Christmas in America. I mean, I hope that never happens in the UK. I would absolutely hate that. I love the fact that Christmas Day in the UK is basically shut down. NFL all day tomorrow. I'll probably have it on, mate. It's quite a bit of a bonus then. I'll have that on tomorrow. It's a huge tradition. It's one of the biggest games, apparently. Lots of comments coming in. Well, enjoy it if you are celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow. Sounds good. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Real Madrid are on the attack here. They've got another 3v3, but I think he's going to book McAllister now. Got to be very careful here. We could end up with a red. I agree with Andrew Kensit. He says the referee's given out way too many yellow cards here. And Jerry says the ref is playing for Madrid. Mark, who would you rather, Courtois or Onana? Oh, definitely Courtois. Nunes beat Rasmus, by the way, 61%. I fully expected that. Nearly 15,000 watching. You absolute legends. Thanks for all your super chats as well. You can do that through the $ if you want. We'll read those out. If you've got any agony bridge questions you want help with, it can be Christmas present related. It can be relationship related. It can be pet related. I'll help you out. And any controversial opinions? We had a cracker last year. Which way do you face in the shower? I assumed everybody faces forward, but some people go in the shower and face the wall. Huh? I don't know what that's all about. Chev the engineer says, I love the video of you on the Webby and O'Neill show. Thanks, mate. I was reading some of the comments of that yesterday. It's so funny. There was a lot of people who were very positive about it, but even though it's an hour interview answering all the dodgy questions, there's still people in there going, Forest fan, fake Forest fan making money out of United, and you just think, some people are just really thick. Like, we've just spent an hour going through all of that, and still they think they know something that's not true. Ref is paid, says Red One. Merry Christmas to the community. Love to all, says Odie Grass. I mean, I think that's a little bit early. I haven't got the tree up yet, which is going to replace Robert. But I could decorate myself. Like a scarf. You can't get electrocuted off a battery, can you? Nah, you can't. That's a good question. Controversial. Can you get electrocuted by a battery? Christmas bridge. You can, says Sally Devil Red. I better stop pissing about then, hadn't I? It's got different patterns on it. You know what? Have you ever had these Christmas lights where they've got like 8 different settings on them? Combination, in wave, sequential, slow glow, chasing flash. That sounds like you're chasing a nonce. Slow fade, twinkle flash. That sounds like someone's flashing their chuff. Steady on. I like steady on. What do you have on your Christmas tree? Do you have flashing or sequential? I don't know whether I'm just traditionalist, but I just like steady on. Joshua likes a twinkle flash. I like that. Steady on. Just get them on. Just keep it like that. I don't like flashing, and I don't like. I definitely don't like flashing, and I don't like the slow fade. I just like steady on. Rage says, please be careful. I don't believe it. You can get electrocuted by a car battery, but AA batteries, the voltage is usually 1.5 volts, which is too low to cause a noticeable shock. However, if you touch both terminals of a battery with wet hands, you may feel a slight tingling sensation. So bottom line is, there's a couple of AA batteries in there. I'm not going to get electrocuted, and that's upset some of you. And the biggest danger would be strangulation. Anyway, we're about to hit half time. They're going on the tree when the tree comes. Well, I've just got to get it out of the loft, really. Matthew says single-coloured lights or multicoloured Christmas lights. I like multicoloured because it just reminds me of being a kid. Thoughts on Van Nistelrooy as Leicester manager, says Aaron. I like it. I think it's a good deal. I feel bad for Steve Cooper, but honestly, they clearly saw a manager that they wanted and made a move. I think the worst sacking was Mark Robins. I think that was disgusting, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's the way of the world, isn't it? When I have a shower, says the big morph, I slowly rotate like a takeaway kebab. That's slip danger, though. When I'm in the shower, if you want to imagine it, I get into the shower and I put my back to the wall and I face outwards. I just wouldn't feel right doing it the other way. Who do you think's Madrid's best player, says Lou? On the pitch tonight, Mbappe, but I actually think Vinicius Jr. is better. It's half time. And it's 0-0. Oh my God, did you see that free kick from Digne for Villa? Up and over the wall, smacks the Demba. Very, very close for Villa, but no goal. Half times in all the Champions League games are as follows. It's Sturm Graz. Oh, well, now that's over. Red Star Belgrade beat Stuttgart 5-1. Sturm Graz beat Girona 1-0. Villa 0-0 with Juventus. Bologna 1-0, losing to Lille at the moment. Macau scoring a goal there just before half time. They're winning away from home. Celtic are losing to Club Brugge. Dortmund are beating Zagreb. Gittins with the goal. Gittins. Liverpool 0-0 with Real Madrid. Monaco are 1-0 up against Benfica. They're doing very well. And Shakhtar are beating PSV 2-0 at half-time as well. There are games going on in the Championship, if you care. Leeds are 2-0 up against Luton. Portsmouth against Millwall was postponed, don't know why. Derby are losing 2-0 to Swansea, and QPR are beating Cardiff 1-0. That's how it stands at the moment. Good win for Charlton last night, 1-0 at Burton. Lovely stuff. Sorry, I just wanted to get the stats up. We go and pause. So, there we go. Half time. Real Madrid, 66% for Liverpool possession. Both had the same amount of shots. Real Madrid haven't had one on target. And corners, Real Madrid have had more. I think it's been a very equal game, but if anyone should be winning, it's Liverpool. I think they've had the better chance. I think that Nunes chance was close. Obviously, it nearly was an own goal, but that would have been a bit fortuitous. But I think Liverpool have been slightly the better team. But at the moment, it's 0-0. I've been saying Mbappe is the French Rashford since forever, says Andreas. The difference is that Mbappe played in an easier league, but with better mentality. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Andreas. I've got to disagree. I'm actually a big fan of Mbappe. I do think he's a good player. But people aren't happy in the chat because I'm saying it's an equal game. What I'm saying is I think Liverpool should be winning, but I think Real Madrid have defended really well. And I think Liverpool have defended even better. So obviously I think Liverpool are slightly the better team. But I don't think 0-0 is a bad scoreline. I think it's the right scoreline. Apart from Nunes maybe should have done better on the Courtois save. But yeah, Liverpool have shaded it, but I don't think 0-0 is an unfair scoreline, if I'm being honest. Hull says, thanks for the super chat, by the way. You can do that through the $sign if you want. Get your questions in. Love to answer them. Liverpool definitely should have scored, says Neng. And Hader says, so we're going to ignore what Mbappe done for country as well. And Hull says, are City going through what Liverpool went through, but Klopp had a spirited team backing him? Pep must feel so alone in that dressing room. I actually feel sorry for Pep Guardiola. And I've always felt that he's a very egotistical, arrogant man. But it doesn't mean that you can't feel sorry for somebody. It's called being empathetic and being, you know, a nice person. And I do feel sorry for him. I mean, I think it's really sad when somebody's turning up to a press conference with cuts on their head and their nose. Look, I'm enjoying Man City crumble, but not to the detriment of somebody's, you know, well-being. And at the moment, he just doesn't. You know, he is arguably the best coach in the world. He does deserve respect, but I think the similarities with Jurgen Klopp for a Liverpool manager. I feel bad saying this as a Man United fan because I don't know how Liverpool fans felt about Sir Alex. I don't think they felt like this. You should, as a Man United fan, detest everything to do with Liverpool because it's a proper rivalry. And I certainly felt that about Dalglish growing up as a kid and most of their managers, to be honest. Although some of them were laughable, so it was hard to despise them. But Klopp was successful. And although I didn't want them to be successful, I did respect Klopp. And when he said he was going to retire a year ago, I thought that was really strange because it's not normal for a manager to be building a team and then say, I can't do this anymore. But I think he's exposed, he's almost been a trailblazer for the demands of a modern manager in the sense that he clearly stopped doing the job because it was hard work, it was stressful, and the enjoyment had gone out of it. And I think that if Pep Guardiola's going I mean, it's a big if, but if Pep Guardiola's going through anything like that, then he needs to seriously think as well. Because, you know, it might be a storm in a teacup and Man City might still win the treble, but at the moment, it just doesn't look, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look good. And you look around that Man City side, and I don't see many players stepping up either. Who's best, Salah, Mbappe, or Vinicius Jr., says Darren? You could make a case for all three. On who's the best player at the moment, you might say it's Vinicius Jr. On who's had the better career, you might say Salah. On who's hit the highest high, you might say Mbappe. But I'd probably say Salah. Bradley made Mbappe look more like Mfrappe, says Mikey. How come you've got a new setting, says QDis. I moved house last week, mate. So, and everyone's slandering Mbappe. Where's Salah, though, says Krishna. Well, Salah nearly got an assist. Hulls, thank you very much. Andreas said that as well. Edgar says there's a club in Italy called Napoli who will take Robert the Tree for their midfield and he will start. Good deal all round, Mark, says Edgar. Matthew said single coloured or multicoloured Christmas lights. I say coloured lights. Thoughts on Van Nistelrooy's Leicester? We've done that. Big Morph says, when I have a shower, I slowly rotate like a takeaway kebab. Densino says, hi Mark, fun fact, Yulmand was supposed to go to Spurs last summer, but Daniel Levy called it off because he has an Arsenal tattoo on his left shoulder. I mean, look, I think sometimes player nearly goes somewhere and everyone goes, oh my God, what a stupid mistake. I mean, Spurs Would Spurs be in a better position with Yulmand? I think he's a good player, and I think Spurs would have a better squad, but would they be in a better position? I don't know. What side should the hot and cold taps go? Says Jack. Left side's hot, right side's cold. Always has been, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going through all the sinks in my house. It's going to take me a while. It's a mansion. Yeah, they're all left. Yeah. Left is hot, right is cold. That's not even controversial, surely. Would you like to try online match commentary on TV? Yes, Den. I think it would be great. I'm down for Rafinha Saka, Mark. Says Marvellous. And the way Liverpool is playing today, City will get smashed on Sunday, says Yassin. We'll have that as a watch-along on Sunday. All I would say about that is football is very unpredictable. It is. You know it. I know it. It's very unpredictable. And if there's one team that's capable of being better than their results, it's Man City at the moment. But I think if I was a Liverpool fan, I would be confident about that game. If Anfield can make it intimidating, there's no reason to think that Man City in their current form have got the mental fortitude to come and play 90 minutes at Anfield and pop the ball about and create loads of chances. They just look fragile at the moment. I think Liverpool probably will win. Hi Mark, hope all is well. What are your thoughts on Ruud's new appointment for Leicester, says Dean? I'm excited about it. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I hope he does well. I think it will be a challenge to keep Leicester up, but I almost don't understand what the parameters are for these newly promoted clubs. I predicted at the end of last season that Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton would go down. So I think some of their owners sometimes go, what? We're in a relegation battle, you're fired. And it's almost like, well, what did you expect? I don't know, what's Ruud's parameters? Has he got to get them promoted? Has he got to keep them in the Premier League? Is he... Yeah, I don't know what it is that he's meant to be doing. David Beckham doing a ninja air fryer. Oh, Beckham don't need the money. Domesticated David. Sorry, when Beckham's on the TV, I tend to watch. I want a ninja thing. I don't even know what it is. Just get me one because Beckham's got one. Shout out to Soccer Edits. It's his birthday or hers. I've reached my limit with Rashford, says Keel. What do you think of this new baller league, says Gallo? I sort of don't understand the concept of it, but I don't know where they get all the players from. There seems to be a lot of them, and I don't know where they get the players from. Tom says, do you love Beckham? I mean, I am a straight man who doesn't find any man attractive, but there is something about David Beckham that... I mean, I was about 17 and I walked into a hairdresser's and said, I want my hair like David Beckham. And I had my hair like David Beckham for about 2 years. And it wasn't the skinhead. It was the side parting to about here. Bleach blonde hair. It's probably on my Instagram somewhere. Yeah. Mark, you see the winner of the Great British Bake Off, and have you started the I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, says Umar. I gave up on the Bake Off this year. It's the first year I gave up. We used to watch it. I've watched it every year for years, and this year, about halfway through it, I just stopped. I didn't like any of the contestants at all. I think it's like, dare I say it, I think the Bake Off has become the Woke Off. Nah, that's what everybody says, I'm joking. No, I just didn't find any of the contestants. I didn't warm to any of them. So I just stopped watching it. I don't watch Celebrity. Some people have said, would you go on Celebrity? But I haven't watched it for years. Oh, I love that. KFC, the chicken with the gravy. Oh, I love it. I had some last week. That's the great thing about when you move in house. You're like, oh, the cooker doesn't work. Let's have a takeaway. 4 nights in a row. Then you get fed up with takeaways. Anyway, great questions coming in. Appreciate that, as always. AJ says, I got a mohawk when I was 16 and my dad wouldn't let me in the house. I got my ear pierced when I was 16 and my stepdad broke the door down to get it out of my ear. He says, if you don't take it out, I'm going to rip it out. I thought it was over the top at the time, but I actually respect it because I'm really glad that it came out very, very quickly. And the stupid thing about it was, I don't really understand why he didn't want me to have one, because he had one when he was my age. But basically, I was around my girlfriend's house, and we were just talking about having my ear pierced. And she said, well, I can do it. So I spent about 10 minutes with a piece of ice on my ear, and then she just stuck a sterilised needle in, and then popped the stud in, and that was it. And then I went home, and they went mad. And they were like, if you don't take it out, I'm going to rip it out. So I went and locked myself in the bathroom. And I was like, well, I'm not taking it out. And then it was like, you are. And then I just did. And then I had a sore ear. But I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. You do stupid things, don't you? But that is a true story. I came that close to having an earring. I had an earring for about half an hour, basically. Why am I happy that he did it, Sasha? Because I think it, to be honest, I think it was a stupid thing to do, and I didn't really want one. So I actually appreciate the fact that, you know, I think some parents can be quite, oh yeah, just do what you want. And I actually think sometimes you need to be told you're a prat. You're going to regret that. And I would have regretted it. Mbappe is so... Do blokes have earrings now? Blokes. I'm a bloody bloke. But, I mean, a lot of people do have earrings, but... Nah. Imagine if I had an earring now. A big bloody Pat Butcher one. Jack Sparrow. Can you please say Ndita is the cutest? Says Albert. There we go. There's a bit of love going on in the chat. Love that. Love Island Australia is better than Love Island UK this year, says Jolene. I mean, the fact that you're watching different countries is great. I've only ever watched one series of Love Island. Mbappe is so slow. I've seen knees. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we've got a racist. Mate, you've done a super chat. You've done a super chat trying to make me say, I don't respect people who do this. In fact, I think you're a racist. You've done a super chat trying to make me say something that is 2 words together that is a racist term. Whoever's credit card you've used, that is just a simple report, which I'm doing now. There it is. Harassment. It's not harassment. Racism. There you go. See, too easy. Idiot. Yeah, JTX. This is what I was on about this on the career mode stream earlier. People trying to catch you out. I mean, what's funny about making somebody say 2 words that is a racist term? Oh, it's hilarious. Liverpool in the box. And they've cleared it. Right, I need to get the timer going here. What do we got? We are on 50. Oh, come on. Come on. Tender is the day the demons go away. Oh, Lord, I need to find. Come on, come on, come on. Mark, can you do a poll? Jonathan David versus Xerxes, says Turtle. Oh, mate, I don't think enough people will know about those players, mate. Come up with something else. How are you finding the new house? No, surprisingly, yeah, it's amazing how quickly you settle in. You know, when you move into a new house, I always think it's exciting, but then it's like, oh, if this doesn't feel familiar, it's going to take me ages to get used to it. And then you do. But, thanks for asking. Real Madrid had 6 ACLs in the last 18 months. What do you think about it? Appreciate the content as usual, says VWR. Corner from Liverpool. They've still got it in the box. Oh, deflected. Another corner. That was Curtis Jones. I am going to do the poll, David versus Xerxes, because I feel guilty for not doing it because it was a stupid chat. Why do I think they're getting so many ACLs? Well, I've done a bit of research on this and I have mentioned it before, so apologies if you have already heard me say this. But one of the big theories on why we're getting so many knee injuries in football now is too much football, which I think is a bit too simplistic, or the pitches they play on. Because apparently the old grass pitches that were grass and mud were a lot more forgiving on the knees and supported your knees better. Whereas the modern pitch, as pristine as it is, it doesn't provide as good a support for your knee. You think about a muddy pitch, your foot goes in, doesn't it? It's supported. Your studs go in, they grip the pitch. There's no slippage on your ligaments. Whereas the modern pitch, there's a lot more slipping. Luke says, will we ever get a house tour? What would it entail? What would it involve, Luke? This is where I have a shit. Van Nistelrooy to Leicester, says Callum Smith. Oh, bless him. Thanks, Callum. Dean says, have you found your United Lego set? Are you going to build it? Also, have you travelled abroad? And if so, favourite places? Any recommendations, says Dean. Hold on, Liverpool are in the box. Salah goes down, not a penalty. He's not happy about it because he actually was being wrestled to the ground there. I think it would have been soft, but Rudiger is hugging him in the box. Like, I know it's very soft, but he is I'd like to see that again. Ref's not going to help himself, is he? Yeah, I like Mallorca, Dean, and I have found the Lego set, yes. Whether I'll get it built is another thing. I haven't seen this hug on Salah yet. Pyro says, I'm playing FIFA 25 now, and I've got to say I agree with you when you said Legendary is way harder this year. Any tips? Not world class. Yeah, my tip, I was shit on Monday, I was better today, and I was good at the end of last week. You've got to leave your defenders alone, and you've got to use the second man press. And basically, when the opposition are on the attack, get hold of your midfielders and just control your midfielder and then use second man press. Don't pull your centre-backs out and leave your midfield. Callum Smith, thanks for your super chat. Real Madrid on the attack. That's a terrible pass by Mbappe, though. Will you come to the US for the World Cup, says Martin. That's the plan. Thanks for asking. Maddison or McAllister, says Matthew. Different positions. Who would I rather have at United? Probably McAllister at the moment. And Doogie says, what are your thoughts of having an NFL team in London? I don't think that'll happen, will it? I don't think that's right. I think the NFL team should all be from America. Great goal. What a save. What a save. What a save by Cole Courtois. That is absolutely fantastic. I thought it was going to be a goal. He's headed it low. And just a remarkable save by Courtois to get down. That, for me, is why he is the best goalkeeper in the world. Absolutely fantastic save. Because it's low as well. I mean, there's nothing you would ask more. Oh, it's a goal for Liverpool. Oh, no. Liverpool have scored. Well, you can't blame Courtois. And it's McAllister who's just gone and scored as well. You can't blame Courtois. He's just pulled off a great save. But you've got to say the start to the second half from Liverpool has been worthy of a goal when you take into account literally a minute before that, Courtois scores. The Real Madrid, the referee looks disappointed. But we probably won't even get to see the save because Liverpool followed it up very, very quickly. I'm just having a look at this here. Oh, the football is very good football. So 1-2 with Bradley. And you don't save those. One 0 Liverpool. There you go. Now the heating's on too much. Well, it opens up the game nicely. Ref looks disappointed. He did look disappointed. He did. 1-0 to Liverpool. Tommy Duncan says, "Hi Mark, could you do a live reading of the Gruffalo during the second half, please?" I haven't got the Gruffalo, Tommy. Musiala versus Wirtz poll, says Dan. Well, Jonathan Davids beat Xerxes, so I will do that for you now. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 50 away from 273,000. Either or, Musiala or Wirtz. Ooh, yawn. Real Madrid need to be careful now because Liverpool have got the tails up. They're in the box again. Curtis Jones cuts it back. One more. Oh, just McAllister took the shot on. Well, Liverpool in this first day. I mean, how many... Can I just say this as well? How many times in this first few months of Slot have Liverpool in the second half massively gone up a gear? I haven't watched every Liverpool game, but I must have seen it happen about 4 or 5 times now. Jaden says, "I love all the content." Thanks for the super chat, Jaden. Very generous of you. $10. Much love from a huge Chelsea fan in Washington. Also, I know you like long ball passing in FC, so try R1, L1 pass. It's way more accurate and it's a driven pass. R1, L1 pass. Okay. Thanks very much, Jaden. Kenneth says, "Do you think Ferguson going out on loan in January marks the beginning of the end of his Brighton career?" Yes. Yes. Space Ghetto says that Camavinga's crying. I don't think he's crying. Zaki says, "What a player this Bradley is. Who needs Trent?" Well, he's going to be the heir to the throne. I mean, it's disappointing from Liverpool's point of view that Trent will go for nothing, isn't it? I mean, he's a player that's probably worth at least 60 million. But Chelsea will... HMR says, "Chelsea will challenge for the Prem if they're consistent." That's my second yawn in 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Looks like it's a hamstring for Camavinga. Yeah, just while this is few substitutions coming in, don't forget tonight, very excited because I have actually used them. True Classic. I've been getting their t-shirts for probably the last 4 years. I started getting some in COVID. They are like underlay t-shirts that you can wear, but you can also wear them. I wear a lot of, when I'm going out with the lads, I like to pair a nice tight pair of jeans, white trainers, an overshirt, and then a t-shirt underneath. You know the look. No, I don't. But I do like to wear an under t-shirt, and True Classic t-shirts are absolutely fantastic. Their fit is great. But they do a lot more than that. Check it out. They're sponsoring our show today. Links in the video description, or you can scan the QR code and get them delivered to your door. I've got about 7 or 8. Well, I've got more now. They come in all different colours, but the fit's good. I just like a t-shirt that when you wash it, it comes out, obviously you iron it and everything, and it's the same as the t-shirt you bought. Doesn't lose its shape. They're good t-shirts, so check them out. True Classic, links in the description, or scan the QR code. But they do jumpers and everything else as well. Anyone want a good laugh? Go back and listen to the predictions Mark and Will gave on episode 1 of the podcast. United above Liverpool and Arsenal, Chelsea flop. Says Hader. Mate, anyone want to laugh? Listen to a Hader's chat there that I've just read out. Mate, it's the end of fucking November. It's not May. Anyone want to laugh? Go and look at Mark's predictions at the start of the season. It's May, mate. It's May that when that matters. And also, I predicted that Liverpool were going to win the Champions League. And who's top of the Champions League group at the moment? So, swivel on that. And I tell you what, while you're at it, have that, and that. Knobhead. Interesting pool, Man City versus Liverpool, December the 1st, says Alan. What? Liverpool are playing Man City on Sunday. Who? Well, I wasn't told. No, I didn't predict City to win the Champions League. I predicted Liverpool to win the Champions League. Definitely. I can't remember what my top 4 was. I predicted Man City would win the league, which I still am going to stick with. Oh, could be a penalty. Ah, he's always going to give it. He's always going to give it. Penalty to Real Madrid. You wouldn't believe it because they've not been in it. There's been question marks about this referee. Has he got it right? I think he has, you know. I think he has got that right. Unless there's no contact here. Nah, that's a penalty. There's no Liverpool fan that's going to say that's a dive. That is a penalty. You can't argue about it. Robertson's turned his back and he's caught him. That's a pen. 100%. I know the referee's not been great and I know it's frustrating, but 100% that's a penalty. He knows it's a bloody penalty as well. It's a bad tackle by Robertson. He's turned his back and he shouldn't be turning his back in the penalty box. He's turned his back. He's followed through the tackle. He's caught the player. That's a stonewall. Stonewall pen. Pyro says, thanks for the answer. Paul, Roy Keane or Vieira? I'll do that. I'll do that now because Musiala's beat Wirtz. 67%. I thought that might be a bit closer, actually. Genuinely did. Edward van der Sar versus Peter Cech, says Dan. Van der Sar for me. First Newcastle, now Liverpool. Mbappe hates England, says Christopher Wilkinson. Right, Mbappe's going to take the penalty. I tell you what, I put all the money in the world that Mbappe will score this because whatever his problems are, he's still quality with the dead ball. He's missed it. He's missed it. He's literally put it at the right height for a goalkeeper to dive if they guess. It's crap. It's a crap penalty. Like, for a right footer, he's put it in the one place that a goalkeeper will predict it. It's crap. It's a rubbish penalty. Rubbish height. Nowhere near the corner. Well, that's a let-off for Liverpool because they've been so good at the start of this second half, but Real Madrid could have been back in it now. It's a good... I tell you what, it's a good game, though. It is a good game. Real Madrid will be in a terrible position in the Champions League if they lose this game. Liverpool are currently top with 5 wins from 5 and 15 points. Real Madrid are currently in 24th place with 6 points, 2 wins and 3 losses. But it shows you how crap the Champions League system is, because you can lose 3 out of 5 and you're still in the qualification zone. What's going on with Leipzig? Leipzig have lost 5 out of 5. That's mad. They were top of the Bundesliga last time I checked. Well, that was a long time ago because they're 8 points off the top now. But what's going on with Leipzig? They've lost 5 out of 5. 100% record the wrong way. That's what she said. Yeah, both Red Bull clubs are doing shit. PSG are out of there. PSG are not in a good position. They're 26th. But Liverpool are top. Doing very well. Real Madrid, though, they're still on the attack. I fancy Liverpool to get a goal on the break here. Carl says you're a jinx on the penalty. Christopher Wilkinson says, I did say that Mbappe hates England. Thanks for all your super chats, by the way. Keane's got 63% of the vote over Vieira. I wonder how many of that is actually based on footballing knowledge or based on punditry and the fact that people like Roy Keane. I mean, Roy Keane's clear for me because I watch both players, but there are compelling arguments for both. Is Mbappe the new Eden Hazard, says the Tyke. It's funny, I mean, look, we've been doing Champions League watch-alongs for years, and I did say about... I said it about Mbappe going to Real Madrid. I thought Real Madrid last season was so good in the Champions League. The balance was perfect. Bellingham as the 10, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo as wide forwards, the midfield 3, a very good defence. I just think Mbappe has imbalanced the team at a huge cost. It feels a little bit like Madrid of the early noughties, where they were just buying all these Galactico signings and thinking it would work on individualism. Real Madrid have not adapted to Mbappe, and I don't know. I mean, is Mbappe a system player? And in the modern game, you do have to be a system player. You look at Saka, you look at Salah. They're system players. They're brilliant, but they're system players. And I don't think they are, really. I don't think he is. Just watching this save by Martinez. Good save. Nearly scored, Juve. Do you think they'll sack Mbappe? No. You mean Ancelotti. Bellingham's been very quiet. I think that... I mean, they've got a game in hand, Real Madrid, and if they win that game in hand, they're 1 point behind Barcelona. So, I don't think they'd sack Ancelotti. Diaz, through the crowd, good block. Tell you what, though, the Premier League at the moment, I thought last year was an embarrassment in Europe. We were to not get the 5th place Champions League qualification was an embarrassing indication of how bad English teams were in Europe. Man United and Newcastle knocked out in the group stage. Liverpool didn't win the Europa. Villa didn't win the Conference League. Man City or Arsenal didn't do well in the Champions League. It was bloody embarrassing. This year, so far, English teams look good in Europe. I mean, Liverpool are top. Arsenal are doing pretty well as well. Man City will be fine. In the Europa League, I think Spurs are doing quite well. Man United will be fine. So far, so good. Gakpo's coming on for Liverpool. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. You're all welcome on That's Football. Next watch-along is Arsenal-West Ham on Saturday. Liverpool-Man City on Sunday. And then next week, I think I'm right in saying that, well, I am right because it's the Premier League next week, isn't it? So you've got Sunday, Liverpool, Man City. Monday, there's nothing. Tuesday is crap. Ipswich, Palace, and Leicester, West Ham. Wednesday, Arsenal, Man United, Villa, Brentford, Newcastle, Liverpool, Man City, Forest. Thursday, Bournemouth, Spurs, Fulham, Brighton. Merseyside derby a week on Saturday, Everton, Liverpool. Shamone. Some good games coming up. Connor Bradley has been man of the match so far for me. He's been superb, says Fraser. I can't disagree. He has had a good game. Mahmood says, Vinicius Jr. being injured really has done a number on Real Madrid. They just seem so lifeless in the attack. Ten Hag to Real Madrid. Here we go, says Chris. And Such Tryhard says, Bodo Glimt. Hold on a minute. It's Salah down the right-hand side up against Rudiger. It's not Rudiger. Rudiger's tracking back. That's a penalty. It's a penalty to Liverpool. Well, again, I think you've just got to shout out the quality of Salah there. He's had him on toast. It's a stone wall. You can't even argue. He sent Mendy back to France there. He's absolutely done him. I mean, if you want an example of wing play dribbling at its pace, he's absolutely turned him around. I mean, both penalties are stone wall for me, but that's more of a penalty than the Real Madrid one, which was a penalty. This will be the game, I think. If Salah scores this, 20 minutes to go. I said this on Twitter earlier. If Liverpool beat Real Madrid tonight and then they beat Man City on Sunday, what a message that is to world football. These are the sort of games where, you know, it's all about sending a message. And Salah's missed as well. Oh, my God. They're allergic to penalties at Anfield. Wow. He sends Courtois the wrong way, but misses the goal. Oh, it was terrible. It's a terrible penalty. What's your technique, mate? Nah, that's not how you take a penalty, mate. Shoelaces. He's hit it with his shoelaces. You don't hit a penalty like that. Well, a reprieve for Madrid. A reprieve for Liverpool. They've both missed the penalty, as you were. Someone says he hit the post. Yeah, but he hit the outside of the post. It wasn't like a good hitting of the post. Poor penalty from Salah. Brilliant to win it, but... Such Tryhard says, Bodo Glimt is my local team. Do you think they will cause problems for United tomorrow? I love the channel. We'll tune into the United stand tomorrow. We're doing Man United against Bodo Glimt. It's Amarim's first game at Old Trafford. I've heard a lot of good things about Bodo Glimt. I heard they're an energetic side. I hope they come and give us a game. But I think United need to win and will win. So the game is still open here. That would have been the game for Liverpool. And as I was saying, when you beat Real Madrid and Man City in the space of a few days, you basically send a big message to world football that we are the real deal. And that's what Liverpool are playing for here. Jack Edwards says, the irony of sending £2 to a United fan to talk about Liverpool. I don't really get it, Jack. We've been doing That's Football for years. It says this is the football channel. Suarez or Benzema? Well, Keane's beat Vieira. I'll bin that one off. Salah down the right-hand side. Doesn't keep it in. Goal kick. Suarez versus Benzema. Either or. Get your votes in. Benzema. Suarez. Remember when Benzema was talking about Benzema coming back to the Prem coming to the Prem in the summer? You know what? I don't know what is. I don't know what goes on in the Saudi league. I don't take any notice at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, from a marketing point of view, they don't really do a lot, do they? Is it still on? Are they still playing well? Are they still playing now, or is it like a summer league? Corner Real Madrid. What price this ends 1-1? Still 0-0 with Villa. Villa aren't scoring goals, are they? That's their big problem. They're just not scoring goals at the moment. Oh, that's a shame. The NFL games don't start till 5:30 tomorrow. I wanted one on in the day, but of course it's in America. You've only got 2 NFL games on for Thanksgiving. I thought there was a full fixture list. You've only got 2. Lions, Bears and Cowboys, Giants. We've got 2 on Friday. Another Liverpool player down in the box here, Curtis Jones. Definitely going to be another goal in this game. It's too open. Liverpool on the attack. "15 minutes to go." Two penalties missed. As much as it pains me to say it, Mark, Liverpool have been superb tonight, says Darry. Well, same as Arsenal last night. Arsenal were fantastic last night. Should Ivan Toney still play for England, says Fraser? I don't think he does he? I mean, I personally don't think so, really. I just don't think the league that he plays in is competitive enough. Corner to Liverpool. Looked like there was a handball in the build-up there. Suarez has got more votes than Benzema. Come on, I can tell I'm doing a Liverpool watch-along. What are you talking about? Corner to Liverpool. I've literally just hit something, and I think there's been a goal because I haven't got... yeah, I have. There is a goal. I haven't seen it. But a goal for Liverpool from the corner, obviously. Van Persie or Ruud van Nistelrooy, says Pedro. The game is over. I mean, look, to be fair, Courtois has made a couple of good saves. Salah's just missed a penalty. Huge statement from Liverpool. Haven't seen it yet. Here it comes. Short corner, Robertson. Back to him. Dinks it in towards the back post. Could be an element of offside, actually. Check on Gakpo's back foot. Could be offside. Take a look at that on the replay. They're very, very quick in the Champions League. I think he might be offside. They are checking it, are they? No, it's a goal. Straight away given. No issues with that. Massive statement from Liverpool. And you've just got to say, I mean, Liverpool fans are going to be in dreamland, aren't they? But you've got to concede that from a footballing view, nobody would have predicted that Arne Slot would have Liverpool in this position. Top of the league by 5 points, is it? I can't remember how many points they are top of the league. And 5 from 5 in the Champions League. It's been a remarkable start, and it's always easy to wax lyrical about a team when they're there. But no, when you look at it, nobody, they're 8 points clear at the top. Nobody was predicting this. Nobody was predicting that Liverpool would be in this position at the end of November. And it's remarkable, really. And again, look, he's inherited a lot of good work from Jurgen Klopp. But even if Jurgen Klopp had stayed, I don't think people would have had Liverpool 5 from 5 and 8 points. 5 from 5, top of the Champions League system, and 8 points clear at the top of the Prem at the end of November. Jurgen Klopp will always deserve credit for what he built, but Arne Slot's got to be given credit for what he's doing in a very competitive Premier League, and also in the Champions League. They've played some decent sides. And this Liverpool team wasn't even in the Champions League last year. Real Madrid losing their head a little bit. Liverpool hit the jackpot on the slot machine, says Bo. Jay says, from a Liverpool fan, Mbappe should have stayed at PSG for a little bit more. He isn't ready for Madrid, says Jay. It's disappointing from Mbappe. I mean, I thought, personally, I was always pissed off that he stayed in the French league for so long, because I felt as one of the best players in the world, he should be testing himself at a higher level. But he's now testing himself at a higher level, and he's looking like he's falling short consistently as well, week in, week out, which I think is got to be a problem, isn't it? Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Very, very good result from Liverpool so far. Certainly been the better side. Nobody can argue about that. You're probably not going to expect to play against Liverpool, against Real Madrid, and dominate them. That's not going to happen. They're a good side, but across the game, yes, they've got the home advantage, but they've been the better team. Pure and simple. Real Madrid, it's going to be 3 losses out of 5. They go to Atalanta in a couple of weeks. They're going to have to go some to just avoid... I mean, I don't think they're going to get knocked out. I don't think that's going to happen. But they're going to have to go some to get in the top 8 and avoid a qualifier in February. Just having a look at the table now for the Champions League, and 8th place is Arsenal with 10 points. That's 4 points. Real Madrid are away from that at the moment. And bear in mind, 13th place Lille have got 10 points. So Real Madrid are going to be 4 points off 13th. It's going to take a big turn. I think they'll win their last 2, but that puts them on 12. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be enough to get them into the top 8. So Real Madrid are going to end up playing a qualifier as well. I don't know how they draw the qualifiers, by the way. I think 9th plays 24th and 10th plays 23rd, and I think that's how it's done, isn't it? Or is it a random group? Or do they pick it out of a hat? I don't know. That's a good question for you. How do they pick the qualifiers? Is it 9th against 24th, or do they throw them all into a hat? Well, somebody just said in the chat there that, yeah, it's 9th versus 24th, etc. It is like a Super League, David. Somebody just said there, actually, to get in the top 8, they reckon you need 16 points, which is not what Real Madrid are going to do, because they've only got 6 and there's only 3 games left. So Real Madrid definitely going to be in a qualifier, which you'd still expect them to win. Is it a 2-legged qualifier, or is it 1 legs? Trent Alexander-Arnold wants to leave for this club. Could as well go to Saudi if he only wants to fill his bank account, says Michael Hedman. Callum Smith says, Slow Sports News, saying Ruud is set to be appointed Leicester's new manager. Can you see him doing a good job with that team? It depends what Leicester think Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to do. If they think he's going to keep them up and he gets relegated and they sack him, I mean, I don't see the points. It's 2 legs as well for the qualifier. Thank you, everyone who's saying that. I think if he keeps them up, he's done a very, very good job. But if they get relegated, I'd still keep him as well. I mean, it's only the same as Amorim going to Man United. You're coming in November with no pre-season, no summer transfer window. So really, Leicester should be keeping Ruud van Nistelrooy regardless. Pedro says Ancelotti doesn't know how to get the best of Mbappe. Well, this is a good point, Pedro, because Ancelotti will not have asked for Mbappe either. He will have been given him by Perez. Nice ball in here. Oh, what? If they score from this, Liverpool... No, they've messed that up, but it's a good player. Saf says Goldbridge versus Lineker as TV host. Well, I've never presented a show, so you'd have to give it to Lineker. But I think I would be good. Who would Madrid replace the manager with? Says Jonathan. I'm convinced it's Alonso. I think Liverpool wanted Alonso, and I think Liverpool were going to get Alonso, and then I think Real Madrid got in contact with Alonso and said Ancelotti's going in a year. Please wait a year. So Alonso did. I never really understood why Alonso waited. He was never going to win the Bundesliga this year, and he was never going to win the Champions League this year. It was the time to go. Was last summer. But I think Real Madrid said to Alonso, wait a year. And I think that's what he's doing. I'll be stunned if I'm wrong. Because I think he was going to go to Liverpool and then Real Madrid came in. Oh, Connor Bradley's injured here. You won't want that for Man City, will you? Carl Ellis says that the only reason he's picking Mbappe is due to the expense, and he's told he's got to fit him in no matter what. This is how obvious it's not working out at the moment, but maybe it will click together after a while. Look, Real Madrid are a fantastic side, but Man United are going through this problem on a very low level. Like, picking players that get picked on reputation and wage only works if that player is playing well. Rinse Clear says Trent will probably play against City anyway. He's on the bench as well. Conor Bradley comes off. Joe Gomez comes on. I mean, there's not going to be a reprieve here for Real Madrid. Aston Villa Juventus has been very disappointing. Still 0-0 there. Really disappointing. I had hoped having that in the background, we might get a bit of action, but no such luck. In the other Champions League games, we've got Shakhtar beating PSV 2-1 in the 90th minute. Monaco Benfica 2-2. Good comeback by Benfica. Borussia Dortmund are 2-0 up against Zagreb. So they're going to win that as well. Celtic have equalised against Club Brugge, Maida. Lille are still winning against Bologna. It's 2-1 now. Macau with both of those goals. Sturm Graz are still beating Girona. No, they beat Girona 1-0. And of course, Villa are 0-0 with Juventus. I'm on the United stand tomorrow night, yes. Bodo Glimt. I thought they'd scored there. I thought Mbappe had scored. Cut inside. Gets the shot off. And it blocked wide. Can we do a prol for Bradley or Trent? I mean, Trent's the winner. Suarez beats Benzema. But look, recency bias is the thing, we know. Either or, Bradley or Trent. Apparently Benfica have scored. It's 3-2. '90th minute here. I mean, you've got to take the context of Real Madrid do not have Rodrigo. They do not have Vinicius Jr. And they are up against arguably the form team in world football at the moment. I mean, are Liverpool currently the best team in the world? On form, you can have that conversation. Are Liverpool the best team in the world at the moment? Some might say Barcelona, although I have to admit I haven't kept an eye on Barcelona over the recent weeks. I don't know what their recent results have actually been. Whereas Liverpool have been ridiculously consistent. Let's have a look. They beat Brest yesterday, who actually are quite a good team. Drew with Celta Vigo at the weekend, though. Lost to Sociedad just before the international break. So the Barcelona bubble has burst a little bit recently. Only a draw in their last two La Liga games. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that Liverpool are the best team in the world at the moment. Rebecca says, why did they change the Champions League format? Money. Liverpool's recruitment is probably the best in the Premier League, says Coy Reen. Or Brighton. Diaz is in. Good first touch. He's gone too wide. Good save, Courtois. I mean, for me, you can say Conor Bradley's been man of the match. I actually think Courtois for Real Madrid's had a great game. I mean, this is another good save. Lovely play from Liverpool. Brilliant control by Diaz. I mean, that touch by Diaz is so good because it just gets him in on goal. Brilliant touch. It's his heavy. It's his second touch that's too heavy, but the control touch is fantastic. There's Benitez. You know, for a minute there, when it went to Benitez, I was like, I thought he was dead. And then I was like, why did I think Benitez was dead? And it's Gerard Houllier, rest in peace. But for 2 seconds there, my brain was like, I thought he was dead. And then I realised it's Gerard Houllier. Managed Villa as well. To be fair, Benitez's managerial career is dead, isn't he? This reminds me, how did Everton ever convince Ancelotti to manage them? Oh, yeah, mate. Unbelievable. He did, and contextually, he did quite a good job, didn't he? Oh, what a 1-2. Gakpo, good tackle. Good tackle. Got the ball. I do like that Asensio for Real Madrid. I haven't seen a lot of him. I do quite like him at the back. Oh, that's a poor shot straight at the keeper from, is that Diaz? No, it's Lucas. Yeah, he gets no power on that at all. Easy save for Kelleher. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in the last couple of nights. I mean, Arsenal and Man City gave us a lot of entertainment last night, but this has been Liverpool against Real Madrid. And whilst I would not have chosen Liverpool winning it, it has been a good game. Real Madrid's problems in the Champions League continue. Liverpool beat the Champions League holders. They've got the Premier League holders here on Sunday, and I think that's going to be an intriguing game as well. Robertson nearly gives up another penalty, but Kelleher makes the save. Where do you think the Liverpool end run ends, Mark? Honestly, I don't spend a lot of time looking at Liverpool's fixtures, so I think they'll beat Man City on Sunday. I'd like a draw, but I think they'll beat them. Newcastle away on the 4th of December could be tough. Everton away, I think they'll win that. I mean, it is a derby, so you never know. Then they've got Fulham, Southampton, Tottenham away, quite difficult, just before Christmas. Leicester. I mean, there are. I think Spurs away, Newcastle away, but they're just very good at the moment. At have we got a goal for Villa? No. Rodgers missed. Offside. No, or maybe it's a foul on the goalkeeper. Liverpool game's over. 2-0 against Real Madrid. Big win for them. I'm just looking at it for Morgan Rodgers. Yeah, they'll give a foul on the keeper for that. Oh, that's a shame for Villa fans. It's a late winner, but it won't be given. Has it been given? I've just got it on here. It does say 1-0, but I think they're going to rule it out. I mean, to me, I'd be fuming. I'd be like, I want a foul on the goalkeeper for that. We're at Villa Park, a last-minute winner for Villa. I mean, it looked like a foul on the goalkeeper. Old Joe says, what's wrong with Madrid? I just don't get it. No goal. Ruled out. 0-0. And that's full time at Villa anyway. Thanks everybody for watching. Absolute legends. Loved it tonight. Really enjoyed the conversation. 18,000 watching as well. Massive community. It just keeps growing. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner on your way out. We've got a content coming up for you tomorrow, which I think you'll actually really like, so keep an eye out on that. Trent got more, 64% over Bradley. And if you want more watch-alongs, I'm on the United stand tomorrow night. Amorim at home for his first game against Bodo Glimt. 2 big watch-alongs at the weekend as well. Liverpool against Man City, obviously, but Arsenal go to West Ham Saturday evening. Thank you everybody for watching. PSV have completed their comeback, and they've beaten... who were they playing? PSV have beaten Shakhtar 3-2. Benfica have beaten Monaco 3-2. Dortmund got a third goal with Garassi in the 90th minute. They won 3-0. Celtic drew 1-1. Lille beat Bologna 2-1. And Villa drew 0-0 with Juventus. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you later. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in America tomorrow.